We'll move into another one. Coming in with 22 points. This was tied again. Fourth place was a tie between two. This was voted on by the Mountain, Max, and myself. Had a movie. I believe James Franco starred as this person. It is Bob Dylan.
I'll preface this by saying I think Bob Dylan is one of the most talented songwriters of all time. But I'm sure Max would say the same thing. Everyone does Bob Dylan songs better than him. Everybody.
Yep. In fact, Jacob said Rolling Stones had a top 50 list. Well, Rolling Stones has another top. This one is a top 80 list of Bob Dylan covers, and they're different songs.
Yeah,
they picked one cover of the song, so they got 80 covers.
Again,
it shows you he's a great songwriter, but everyone does it better.
Yeah, and I think he plays instruments well too. So I mean, I may be being a little harsh on him, but I just feel like if you're one of the greatest musicians of all time, like you should have a song that you do better than other people. But everyone does your songs better than you.
Yes, and his voice to me doesn't sound great anyways. It's just a whiny voice. Yes, I very much respect his writing, and because obviously it's great. Just him as a singer and performer, a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I just voted on the same reason. I didn't realize how many songs people have covered till you guys said it, and then I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh, good lord, great writer!"
All of them,
yeah. But I didn't realize how many. Good lord,
there's a reason people cover songs.
Like Bob Dylan wrote one of the best rock songs of all time. It just wasn't, and it tended this way. "Knocking on Heaven's Door." He wrote that.
Oh, I didn't even know he wrote that.
All Along the Watchtower.
Jimi Hendrix owned that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do look good. Yeah, "Knocking on Heaven's Door." Yeah, Bob Dylan wrote it. Elvis even did one of his songs. "Tomorrow Is a Long Time."
Bobby, if we were to make a list of top songwriters, Bob Dylan probably number one, honestly.
It's pretty impressive the amount of songs he's written that were great.
So maybe I'm being a little harsh on him. I don't know.
No, we're judging his singing and as a performer.
Yeah.
We're going to go into our other number 4. It was voted on by Vitamin J, Max, and myself, also coming with 22 points. It is, they recently starred in the Super Bowl and had 2 other acts and probably kind of were the worst part of the Super Bowl halftime show. It is Coldplay.
Thank you. You see the vision.
I thought of Coldplay, but I don't know anyone who actually likes Coldplay.
Dude, they sell it. A ton of people like them.
They did get a halftime
I've never met one.
He's like, I've never seen them.
my mother-in-law likes them. My mother-in-law likes them.
Kind of like, oh yeah, it's kind of like Jacob feels like, oh yeah, NCIS has fans, but I've never met one.
Hunter's over there like
one doesn't mean they don't exist.
It's like contraire.
Hunter's like over there with us with Avatar too. You know, apparently all these people watch the movie, but I have yet to meet anybody who watched it.
I don't know anyone that's watched the movie. I really don't.
Really, can somebody tell me how they sold so much? But I have yet to meet a person who watched that dang movie.
That's true. and most of the songs again sound the same.
You don't like
the NFL knew that he was going to be so boring that for his halftime show that they had to bring out Bruno Mars and Beyonce. So that was like just a admission to the world that they're mid.
My thing also with them like playing at the Super Bowl, because when they got asked was back when the Super Bowl halftime show was starting to get good again. I didn't understand them because they're not like, even if you like their music, I don't feel they're like great performers. Like I feel you need performers at Super Bowl, so I didn't even get the point of having them. They have like 2 songs that I like, but I'm just like, yeah.
They're a safe band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel if they just kept with just Coldplay, it would have been like back in the earlier Super Bowls, like the 2000s, where like nobody cared about the show. This next one, we're gonna go into our number 3. This one is going to be controversial. Coming with 25 points. Everybody voted for this band. And this one is going to be one that it's a very popular band. Don't get it. There's even a magazine, I believe, named after. I forgot if it's named after this band or the band got its name from the magazine. It is the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, we compare contemporaries, and we compare like the Beatles. They're nowhere close. They got 3 good songs. They got 3 good songs. Painted Black, Sympathy for the Devil, and Get No Satisfaction. After that, I got nothing.
And I think I don't know. When you watch them live, I can't stand Mick Jagger's movements. It's really awkward.
So you can't
it's
stand
so weird.
can't stand the sexiness of it, huh?
You just don't get it, man.
It's a
Yeah, you just don't get it.
It's a mating ritual, Max.
Just so sexy.
You just don't understand sexy, dude.
Okay.
You don't get it.
They were very influential, but I find their I don't really like the way. I think they're another band where a lot of people have done their songs better.
Rolling Stones does have some good music. It's not like I hate all their stuff, but Bobby was right.
Well, I mean, again, just because someone's on this list doesn't mean we necessarily think they're bad. It just means they're not good as they're all correct.
With how popular they are.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I will say Dave Matthews Band is bad.
Oh yeah.
We're going back to them.
Yeah, I'm like they're like the only one that I listed that I'm like, oh yeah, they actually suck.
It's like that brings something out of me when I hear that name.
Oh my god, dude! Like people just talk about how good Dave Matthews Band are, and they suck. I can't stand it.
Like I said, but Dave Matthews, whatever. When we go to the Rolling Stones, I can see why people say they're good. I just can't do it.
No, they were very influential, but the Rolling Stones music, I just don't think it's good. But
and when you compare them to like the Beatles and I guess really the Beatles, that's really who they get compared to the most. They're just not in the same league.
Yeah, Beatles are.
They're not even close to the Beatles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to hate the Beatles, but as I've gotten older and wiser, I've grown to appreciate them.
If we did this list like 5-10 years ago, the Beatles would have been on my list. But now, I mean,
I also didn't realize at the time how many Beatles songs I knew. I just didn't realize.
I was there since day one. Beatles, day one.
Day one.
I'm fairly certain they predate you, sir.
Yeah, nah, man.
Probably even your father.
No, it's been around a long time.
All right, we're gonna move into our next one. This one was also voted on by everybody. It came in with 28 points. They are known for their iconic look. It is Kiss.
They're more of a brand than a band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kiss kind of follows professional wrestling, where a good gimmick will get you over, brother.
Yeah.
That's
not wrong.
Their gimmick. The music's not good, not pleasing to the ears.
Well, they have like what, one good song, two good songs, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm being
A
generous.
lot of thunder and I want to rock.
I want to rock all night.
No, that's
I know
it.
a lot of people like Detroit Rock City, but I can't.
I was with you guys. Yeah, I remember after I heard about them, I looked through their stuff and I was like, why are they so popular? Is it it's got to be the look. It ain't their music.
It's a cool look.
I'm me being a hater because I watched the music video for Gene Simmons' version of Firestarter, and that left a bad taste in my mouth. So
I really hope my mother-in-law doesn't watch this because Kiss is her favorite band.
Kiss
What?
is terrible.
It's also Peter Griffin's favorite band.
It's all a gimmick, man. It's all a gimmick. And there is nothing Kiss won't slap their logo on. They even
Look. They are
picture them on
genius
caskets.
marketers.
Yeah, no,
They're
absolutely.
genius.
They are, and the gimmick, they play into the gimmick a lot, which is good because they probably know that they're.
They know there's nothing else that defines them. So their music's not good enough to stand on its own.
They had a whole special in the 80s when they revealed their true faces.
Yeah, I mean, I like Paul Stanley. I don't really care much for Gene Simmons.
He had a reality show.
Yeah,
I want to watch it.
I mean, I didn't watch it either.
Oh, and Jay, speaking of wrestling gimmick, they did have the Kiss Demon in WCW.
I just cannot believe that in the late 90s, someone went up to Bischoff and was like, what's really that kids really like right now? Kiss. That would really draw in the viewers. So we should really get a wrestler that looks just like a Kiss, that looks like Gene Simmons, and we should push them.
And they paid him $1 million.
Yeah. When they signed the contract with Kiss Reform, the Kiss Demon was supposed to get a main event.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
main event match.
And the segment where Kiss played their song was one lost. I think they said it was some record it broke of for wrestling with lost viewership over the from the previous segment because Kiss playing.
Impressive.
I really don't understand why they thought people would tune in to watch a Kiss wrestler.
All right, so we'll go into some honorable mentions. we're gonna go into another controversial one. It was voted on only by D3. This band might have been brought up earlier. It's gonna start with some fire. No, I'm just kidding. It's just Black Eyed Peas. It's Black Eyed Peas. I'm just kidding with you. It's Black Eyed Peas.
Look, I was heading over to Bobby's spot. I was actually in my car right now.
I said Black Eyed Peas peaked during the first song that I think they did with Fergie is like "Where's the Love." Not to that they relied too much on Fergie and will.i.am and not the other two guys. And it just got awful.
Well,
and they had one of the worst half-time of all time.
What Black Eyed Peas did the worst that really irritates me was they ruined "Sweet Child of Mine," ruined it in the Super Bowl.
Fergie, she butchered that.
It's horrendous.
I tend to forget that Super Bowl halftime show. I just kind of block it out of my memory.
Yeah, I mean, because the songs are just bad. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you can bring. I'm like, what? I'm like, you can bring Slash out there to so he can see you butcher a song live.
Slash was thinking like, what the F am I hearing?
All right. We're going to talk about a band we've brought up before. Vitamin J put them on. It is, and they've had several iterations of them. It is Weezer.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just think they're incredibly mid, and they get so much praise. And
I mean, I like a couple of their songs, but yeah,
they have like some, but but they have such loyal.
Are they the Beverly Hills people?
Yeah.
Yes, that's. And like Buddy Holly and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them.
I know like live in Beverly Hills, and I know a rendition of Africa. That's it.
I listened to like I've never listened. I'm like, I was like, this is just noise to me. It's just mid.
Yeah, just.
I mean, they're the definition to me of fine, but I will say I probably don't like the majority of their songs. They don't bring hate to my heart.
All right, this next one was voted on only by Max. I feel there's a little hatred because of the Super Bowl halftime show, but it is Maroon 5.
Philip raised a great point of the Super Bowl halftime show where you tease for the bubble ball, which is what everybody wanted, and then you just make it go, instead of the bubble ball, you set up sicko mode. Like, that's what anybody wanted to see.
That was the biggest cock tease in Super Bowl history.
So that's an excellent point, and that alone puts you on the list.
And it does not surprise me someone who would blue ball me like that would send those horrendous text messages.
Horrendous text. Oh, that's the best thing they ever did, though.
Oh my god! Anybody, if y'all are curious, just Google what's his name?
I don't want to read it.
Adam.
Levine.
Levine.
Okay, so Google Adam Levine text messages, and it's hilarious.
You'll find them.
Yeah.
The newest stuff is just so.
Well, I'm just not a big fan of his voice. It's so nasally.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. His voice just irritates me. I couldn't listen to back-to-back songs. I don't even want to listen to one, but I couldn't. Could you imagine listening to a whole album of that voice over and over?
Oh, dude. I don't think he's a bad singer, but it's just the way he sings.
There's just something about it that grates the ears.
So how am I the only person? If you all agree and we're shitting on him, how am I the only person to put him on the list?
Because I just don't feel that strongly about them.
Look, Max, I had them as an honorable mention on my list.
Mine and stuff. They were considered.
Yeah, they were under consideration. So don't think we don't agree with you. They were under consideration, so that means we all think they suck.
The committee has acknowledged.
All right, we're going to go into another honorable mention. It was voted on by The Mountain. Kind of see where you're going, but this one is another one. He is a great producer, has brought a bunch of careers out from New York. It is Jay-Z, a.k.a. Hove.
I don't know. I just think...
What?
So especially of all of the like early 2000s rappers, like he's definitely the worst. Like, I mean, Lil Wayne's better, Eminem's better, Nas is better. I mean, I understand like he's probably the most financially successful, but I don't see why he's so highly rated.
Yeah, I don't see it.
A bunch of his songs, like, you know, because he'll feature a bunch of artists, and like he's the worst part of the song. Like his Linkin Park and Jay-Z song, Linkin Park's easily the better part. His one with Alicia Keys, she's the best part of that song. Like you can take Jay-Z's, it wouldn't make a difference.
Renegade with Eminem, he was better.
Yeah,
it was better. Yeah, in fact, I think Nas even made fun of him for being the worst part of his own song.
He is. Like, of all those features, he's the worst part.
Yeah, JC, I mean, he's good. I want to put him in like the top tier rappers.
No, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't make my top 10. So I can see it, I guess.
I think for him, what's also propelled him is because he's been connected to so many other careers, producing wise. That's kind of helped him, and he's brought a lot of artists to music.
Yeah,
that he's also has been a big thing.
I mean, there's a reason I didn't actually put him on my top 10 list, but I thought he should be mentioned.
The other one that I just want to hit this. It was voted on The Mountain and Vitamin J. This person has a huge fan base that is very distinct. She has mixed of a country with a pop feel. It's more really pop. It is Taylor Swift.
Then y'all gonna get them after us, dang.
Swifties coming for ya.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, we're doomed. We're doomed.
Swifties coming for you.
I'll tell you, I just don't get it. I don't get what
Yeah,
your music
I think.
has
I mean,
such a
I don't know. I think she has
dedicated
talent,
fan
but
base.
that's her music now is so bland.
Here's where I think, like when you said with talent, like I'll give her the fact she can sing, she can play guitar, she writes a lot of her own stuff. I think again, it's very much to a specific where I didn't put her on my list. Is no, am I a fan of all of her music? No, there are some songs I do like, kind of good, like Shake It Off. I think is pretty good. Kind of one of those nice, like just kind of dance to it. But
honestly, I like her country songs better.
It's she's used it to be very targeted to a certain specific group, which I'm not completely a part of, but I can see why people like her. I'm not the biggest fan of all of her music, but I can see why people do enjoy her.
And not my cup of tea.
It's not for you.
Oh, clearly.
Swifties, I'll defend you. Don't come after Taylor, all right? Or as The Rock says, Tay-Tay. So we're going to go into our last one. Our number one, it was voted on by myself, Max, and D3, coming in with 30 points. It is the rapper known as Pitbull.
So that means all of us voted at number one.
Yep.
He didn't even make my list, bro. Didn't even make my list.
How? This dude is
no one thinks Pitbull's amazing. Nobody.
Then how did he get this successful?
I don't understand the appeal. That's another one. That's kind of like Taylor Swift. I don't get it.
But Pitbull,
no. Taylor at least has talent, and I can understand where the appeal is. Pitbull, I do not.
Pitbull has nothing. What does he do?
Dale.
With Kodak. He rhymed Kodak with Kodak.
Yeah, that should be a sin.
It is a sin.
Look, he's lucky Neo saved him on that song. He's lucky.
I can't. I wait for his part to be over so I can actually enjoy the song.
Miami, Dale.
I can't name you one good Pitbull song.
Is there one?
I don't think there is.
Not with just him.
Yeah.
No, just him. Are you kidding me? He couldn't carry it. He has to be carried.
There you go.
He's trash. I mean, fuck. I mean, how is he not? I don't understand how he's not number one. He has to be number one. He is the worst thing in music today, aside from DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I would say.
I thought I put him on the list too. I thought.
Yeah, well, I didn't put DJ Khaled. I legit don't know anyone who likes DJ Khaled.
That's and again, there's certain people like I'm with Max of like there's certain people I'm not big fans of, but I can see their appeal. I do not see it like Pitbull. There's no appeal.
I mean, he's trash. You're wrong. He's trash.
He's like their music just might not be for me, but I'm like I see where people like him. He just has nothing. I feel Max feels how you all feel about the Dave Matthews Band.
If someone told me, "Hey, yeah, I like Pitbull," I would change my thoughts on that person. My whole outlook on that person would change.
Kind of how. It's kind of how I feel like. If you like Dave Matthews, I can't be your friend.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think that's fair, right?
That's fair enough. Okay. Yeah,
the fact that Pitbull has sold 25 million records worldwide, that's a crime. Whoever bought that album should be ashamed.
Well, Bobby, he is Mr. Worldwide, so that makes sense.
Whoever bought a single album should feel ashamed, and they should feel disgusted with themselves.
He's Mr. Worldwide, baby.
Well, which world? What
would you think of someone's musical taste if they said, "Yeah, listen to Pitbull"?
I mean, I would judge him. Don't get me wrong, I would.
No, I remember in high school people were like pretty big fans of him,
He's
and I
like,
even back then I was like, why?
Pitbull
Because I think they were like,
reminds me-
he's underground. I'm like, is he?
No,
Is he?
No.
Is he? Is he really underground?
People,
Because maybe his music needs to stay underground. But
Pitbull reminds me of Vin Diesel, where like everybody knows this dude is absolutely terrible at their job, but
But he keeps getting work.
They still want to see them in movies.
but here's
song.
again, Vin Diesel at least has his stick and understands it's the Fast and Furious. Now I'm going to stick to it, and he's accepted that.
Oh no, he's smart,
All right.
man. And so it's
Yeah.
for
scamming America
yeah.
or the world. Sorry, the worldwide world.
Worldwide.
The world.
Worldwide.
It's a worldwide.
Worldwide. That doesn't mean just the United States. Okay? It's all around.
It's bigger than the U.S. All right, but there you go.
North Pole.
I feel like this. We're not gonna find anybody in our comment section that would say, like, "No, I like Pitbull," so I don't think we have to worry about anyone coming.
Yeah.
Imagine anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say this is.
I don't know what the first song he had that made him blow up. I don't know. What song did he have that everybody's like, yeah, all right, this guy's gonna be something?
Well, it's like not only that, but just imagine paying money to go to a Pitbull concert, which
Oh,
people have done.
I know. Yeah,
Lots of people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So there was our top overrated. This is our overrated top 10 list. Did you agree with our list? Is there something we missed? Did you also hate the Dave Matthews Band as much as others? Let us know in the comments below. And Pitbull. And Pitbull. I'll let us know in the comments below. Let us know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the comments. We've really appreciated them. We've enjoyed them. We've had fun doing this. My name's Legacy.
And I'm Max.
Bobby.
Jay.
And
And may the discussions begin.